You've got to be kidding me. The Usos just got destroyed, and guess what? Jacob Fatu is absolutely losing his mind backstage, and I'm about to tell you why this is the biggest betrayal in the Bloodline's history. If you think you know what happened, you're dead wrong. This isn't just about a loss, this is about family, loyalty, and the complete collapse of everything Roman Reigns built. And I'm warning you right now, by the end of this video, you're going to be just as furious as Jacob Fatu. Let me set the scene for you because what went down is absolutely insane. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, two absolute monsters, just demolished Jimmy and G Uso in what can only be described as a systematic execution. But here's where it gets spicy. Where was Jacob Fatu? Where was the enforcer? Where was the so-called Samoan werewolf when his family needed him most? Sources backstage are reporting that Jacob Fatu went absolutely ballistic after the match. We're talking throwing equipment, screaming at producers, and reportedly punching a hole through a locker room wall. And honestly, can you blame him? The man has been busting his back, carrying the bloodline on his shoulders, and this is what happens when he's not out there. Let's talk about what actually happened in that ring because this wasn't just a regular match, this was a statement. Bronson Reed came out like a wrecking ball on a mission. That tsunami splash. Devastating. And Bron Breakker? That man is literally his Uncle Scott Steiner reincarnated with even more intensity. The spear he delivered to G Uso literally looked like it could have broken him in half. But here's the question everyone's asking, was this match even fair? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I want to know, do you think the Usos were set up to fail? Were they sacrificial lambs to build up Reed and Breakker? Let me know what you think. Now, let's get into Jacob Fatu's reaction because this is where things get nuclear. According to multiple sources, Fatu stormed into a production meeting and went off on everyone. He was screaming about respect, about family, about how the bloodline is being dismantled piece by piece. And you know what? He's absolutely right. Think about it. Roman Reigns is nowhere to be found. Solo Psycho is doing his own thing. The Usos just got embarrassed on live television. And Jacob Fatu, the one man who's been loyal, who's been the muscle, who's been the enforcer, is watching his family crumble before his very eyes. The footage we're getting from backstage is absolutely wild. Witnesses say Fatu was pacing back and forth, veins popping out of his neck, yelling about how this would have never happened if I was out there. And honestly, he's not lying. When was the last time anyone got the better of Jacob Fatu? Exactly. You can't remember because it doesn't happen. Here's where the conspiracy theories start coming in, and trust me, these are juicy. Some people are saying that this loss was orchestrated, that Triple H and the WWE management wanted the Usos to lose to build up their new monsters. Others are saying that Roman Reigns allowed this to happen to teach the Usos a lesson about loyalty. And the most insane theory, that Jacob Fatu himself was kept away from ringside on purpose. Let me ask you something, comment below and let me know, do you think Roman Reigns orchestrated this entire thing? Is this some kind of twisted mind game? Because if it is, it's absolutely genius and absolutely evil at the same time. Let's analyze what Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker represent here. These aren't just random opponents. These are two of the most dangerous individuals in WWE right now. Bronson Reed is a 300-pound man who moves like he weighs half that. He's agile, he's powerful, and he's ruthless. That tsunami splash from the top rope, that's a career ender. And Bron Breakker? This man is the future. Second-generation superstar, the genetics of the Steiner family running through his veins, and an intensity that makes even veterans nervous. When he hit that spear on Jimmy Uso, you could hear the impact throughout the entire arena. That's not just a finisher, that's a statement of dominance. But here's what's really interesting about Jacob Fatu's meltdown. This isn't just about one loss. This is about months of frustration boiling over. Ever since Fatu joined the Bloodline, he's been the unsung hero. He's been the one doing the dirty work, taking out the trash, making sure Roman's vision stays intact. And what does he get? Disrespect. The Usos have been tag team champions multiple times. Roman Reigns is a multi-time world champion. Solo Psycho gets his moments in the spotlight. But Jacob Fatu? He's been treated like hired muscle. And now, when his cousins needed him most, he wasn't even allowed at ringside. You can understand why he's furious. Now, let's talk about what this means for the Bloodline moving forward because this is huge. The Bloodline has always been about family first, respect, and dominance. But after tonight, that foundation is cracked. The Usos are embarrassed. Jacob Fatu is enraged. And Roman Reigns? He's suspiciously silent about all of this. Quick question for you wrestling fanatics out there, who do you think is the strongest member of the Bloodline right now? Drop your answer in the comments. Is it Roman? Is it Jacob Fatu? Or have the Usos still got it? The locker room is apparently divided right now. Some wrestlers are saying Jacob Fatu has every right to be angry. Others are saying he's being unprofessional and needs to control his emotions. But here's my take: when you're passionate about your family, about your legacy, about the bloodline, sometimes emotions run high. And that's exactly what we're seeing with Jacob Fatu. Let's not forget what Bronson said after the match. He got on the microphone and basically called out the entire bloodline. He said, "The Usos are weak. The bloodline is finished. And if Jacob Fatu has a problem with it, he knows where to find me." That's not just trash talk, that's a declaration of war. And Bron Breakker? He was even more disrespectful. He said, "I just ended the legendary Usos career in one night. Who's next? Roman? Solo? Jacob? It doesn't matter because we're coming for all of you." The audacity, the disrespect. No wonder Jacob Fatu is ready to tear the entire building down. According to insider reports, WWE officials had to physically separate Jacob Fatu from trying to storm the ring after the match ended. He was being held back by 7 security guards. 7. That's how intense his reaction was. The man wanted immediate revenge, wanted to restore his family's honor right there and then. But here's the million-dollar question that everyone's debating: was this the right move by WWE? Should the Usos have lost? Were they sacrificed to make new stars? Comment below with your honest opinion because I want to hear what the Wrestling Zone 1 family thinks about this. The aftermath of this match is going to create shockwaves throughout WWE. You've got Jacob Fatu ready to explode. You've got Bronson and Bron Breakker looking unstoppable. You've got the Usos' reputation damaged. And you've got Roman Reigns conspicuously absent from all of this drama. Some people are speculating that this could lead to Jacob Fatu leaving the bloodline. Can you imagine? The Enforcer, the Muscle, the Samoan Werewolf going rogue? That would completely change the entire landscape of WWE. He could form his own faction, he could go solo, he could join anyone. The intensity of Jacob Fatu's reaction tells you everything you need to know about his character. This man bleeds for the bloodline. Every match, every appearance, every moment, he's giving 110%. And to watch his family get demolished while he's forced to stay backstage? That's torture for someone like him. Let's talk about the psychology of what just happened. Bronson and Bron Breakker didn't just win, they dominated. They made Jimmy and G Uso look ordinary. They made them look beatable. They made them look human. And for a team that's been considered one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history, that's absolutely devastating. Final question for you before we wrap this up: do you think Jacob Fatu should break away from the bloodline and go on his own path? Let me know in the comments section. The WWE universe is buzzing right now. Social media is exploding with reactions. Everyone has an opinion on what happened, what it means, and where things go from here. But one thing is absolutely certain: Jacob Fatu's meltdown is real, it's raw, and it's exactly what we needed to see. This isn't some scripted temper tantrum. This is genuine frustration, genuine anger, and genuine concern for his family's legacy. Jacob Fatu understands what the bloodline represents. He understands the history, the prestige, the responsibility, and watching it crumble? That's unacceptable to him. The question now becomes, what happens next? Does Jacob Fatu get his revenge match against and Breakker? Does Roman Reigns finally show up and address this situation? Do the Usos bounce back, or is this the beginning of their decline? And most importantly, can the bloodline survive this massive crack in their foundation? This is the kind of storytelling that makes wrestling incredible. Real emotions, real consequences, real drama. Jacob Fatu going crazy isn't just entertainment, it's a moment that will be talked about for months, maybe even years to come. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to Wrestling Zone 1 for more breaking news and analysis, and hit that notification bell because things are about to get insane in WWE. Drop all your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments. The Wrestling Zone 1 family wants to hear from you. This is just the beginning, and trust me, you do not want to miss what happens next.